Hi everyone, in this video we're going to learn how to make your documents look clear, neat and professional using Microsoft Word. You'll learn how to format text, use alignment and lists, apply basic editing tools and even create your own styles. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to format some text. We're going to look at font, size, style and color. So to begin with, when you want to edit your text, the first thing you will do is you will highlight the text. You then make your way over here to the formatting section. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font to number 4, Comic Sans. And then I'm going to change the size to 14. Okay. Now, you'll also get instances where you will need to make your font bold, maybe italic, maybe underline. You'll also need to maybe sometimes change the color, okay? Or you might have to make the text bigger, or you might have to make the text smaller. These options here will help you do that. Sometimes you want to make it all uppercase, maybe you're doing a title and you want it to be all uppercase. So that option will help you there. Section number 2. Section number 2 here, it's all about alignments, text alignment, bullet points, and numbered lists. Alignment basically just means where do you want the text to go? Where do you want it to be positioned? You can either have left, center, right, or all neatly stacked next to each other, which is called justified. I'm going to place my text here. I'm going to place it in the middle. So I'm going to click it just there, the center. And that moves my text to the middle. Now, just imagine if I was doing a title, I'd put bold, I'd put underline, and then I'd make it all uppercase, and then that's, a title, something to stand out. Okay. Now, I can even do sentence case as well, still makes it look good. All right. But let's move on to the next part. I'm going to change this all into a bullet point list. Now, the reason why we use bullet points is because it makes the text more easier to read and more simplified. And when you want to make points more simpler, you'd use a bullet point list. And as you can see now, I've added in a bullet point list. I can also remove it by clicking this button again. And sometimes I may have a situation where I've got my text in a row just like this. And somebody will say, right, I want you to make this into a bullet point. What you can do is you can simply just select them all like this, and then just select each word and press enter, okay? And then you'll have a bullet point list just like that, okay? Now, we do the same thing here, but we change the style. We want it to be a numbered list. We want it to be numbered, okay? So what I'll do in this situation is I will highlight my text, and then I'll go over here and I'll select the numbered list. I can even put brackets, not have brackets. You can have letters with brackets, really entirely up to yourself. So I'll choose that. Okay. Now, section number 3. Section number 3 is basically the cut, copy, paste, undo, and redo. Now, what if you make a mistake? Is there anything that will help you go back and redo it? Obviously, you all should know this by now, but if I was to make a mistake, for example, if I was to enter this and I think, right, I need to put that back, but I can't remember exactly where it was. You go onto the redo button and that will just undo what you just did. Sorry, I must have said redo. I meant undo. And if you think, no, I was actually happy with that, you can click the redo button and that'll put it back there. So you have undo and redo. Okay. Now, the copy and paste section, it's a bit of a contentious issue. Sometimes we think, what do we need cut for when we can copy and paste? Now, the real reason we have these 3 features here, okay, these 3 features, as you can see there. Cut is if you want to completely remove it from the position where it was, okay? If we don't want it to be there anymore, we just simply cut it, okay? However, if we want to copy and we want to place it somewhere else, that's why we would use copy and paste. So copy, and we will click here and select paste. That's a simple copy and paste. What if I want to cut it? I can cut this. Select anywhere I want and press paste. That does that. Pretty simple. Now, Section 4, which is here, it's creating and saving a house style. Now, let's say you really like the way you've been formatting your headings. Just like before when we did Comic Sans and we put size 14, we made it bold and blue. Now, instead of doing that every single time, you can actually save it as a style. You can save it. And I'll show you how to do that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to decide on a style that I'd like these subheadings to be. Okay. So I'm going to highlight the text. I'm going to go over here. Okay. And I'm going to create a new style. Okay. I'm going to click this button here, new style. Okay. And hopefully whilst you're doing this, you're following along with me as well. So I'd like you to do this as well. I'm going to name it my heading. Okay. And I'm going to make it look really simple. I like the Comic Sans. I really like this. I like the fact that I want it to be bigger. I want it to be size 16. Okay. Now there's subheadings. I want them to be underlined. I want them to be bold. Okay. Now I want them to be red, let's just say. Okay. And I want them all to be on the left-hand side. Okay. I think that's really, really good. If I press OK, and it does that. But I don't want it to be there though. I don't want it to be there. So clear all. I want it to be on my subheadings here. If I go over here, my heading is there. Click on that, my heading is there. Go here, and again, and again. Let's keep going. And as you can see, that just saves so much time. Once you do it to begin with, you just do it once, then that's it. Okay? Now, section 5 is really, really simple, but it's something that a lot of people forget to do all the time. It's saving your work. File, save a copy, browse. Make sure you save it in your documents, okay? Make sure you have the correct folders, okay? Go into documents. Make sure you save it in the correct folder, okay? Make sure you guys also save it in your OneDrive folder as well. But let's get back to the activity. Inserting a table. Now, inserting a table, it's great for organizing data and making schedules and, making your work look more organized. And the way we do that is we first make our space. We insert the table. We select the table column here. We want 2 columns. Columns go at the top. And we want 3 rows. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Now, what this does is this allows us to then put this information here. Okay? We can just, we can use our recently learned information. Cut and paste. Okay? We have cut and paste. Now here I will cut this also, cut and paste, cut and paste. Now, you can also format the text in your table like normal text. You can also, change this just like we did it before. You can add some styles here if you wanted to. These are pre-made styles, or you could go ahead and just put your own in. You can, Comic Sans and all that kind of stuff. So you can also do that as well. Now that's how you make a table, okay? And I would like you to also do this as well as you're following along in the table, in the video, sorry. I'd like you to also do this as well. Now, the final thing we need to do is adding images. Now, the way we add images is slightly more easier than what we've been doing or what you normally would be doing. The best way to insert an image is to go insert picture, right? Online picture. And basically what you do is you can add images from Bing. right? It just makes things a lot more easier. These images, you can use them. So let's just choose this apple. Okay, insert. You can use any image for this part. Now, what I'm going to do is show you some very basic and underused and underrated techniques. First is the height and width. You can reduce it like this. Okay. You can also do it this way as well by changing the numbers at the top. Yeah, there's numbers here. And finally, to move the image, as you can see, it's not really moving that well. That's because the image needs something called wrap text. And wrap text allows us to move images very, very easy. And it allows us to wrap the image next to the text or have it wherever we want it. And it's a really good feature that it enable to formatting your images and moving them around and making things look really nice. One final thing I would like to show you is this here at the top, because you'll all be interested in doing this. What this does is this allows you to add some formatting to your pictures and allows you to simply make your images look that little bit better than what it would have normally looked like. And I think this is a very, very good technique as well. So once you're happy with your picture, you can always add it in and basically add some sort of formatting to it. You can also add picture effects here, right? You can do some things to here. You can add some glow, okay? And that's it. And now you know how to format, align, and edit style, and even insert tables and pictures. What I've shown you today will help your documents look professional, organized, and clear. It'll help you save your work, and don't forget to try all these tools in your own project, especially in the tasks that you're going to do. So yeah, thank you for watching.